Hello friend. Welcome to our newest video about the tense conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Ukrainian soldiers took control of abandoned positions in several buildings and advanced with an American-designed tank. As the tank approached within 100 meters of the enemy, it delivered a series of precise and devastating strikes. Once the target was obliterated, the tank returned triumphantly to its position. The Ukrainian vehicle was shielded by a metal anti-drone grid, a defensive measure commonly employed by the 47th Brigade. This grid, combined with the tank's superior firepower and advanced targeting systems, ensured that no enemy target survived its assault. The tank destroyed everything in its path with ruthless efficiency. Following the destruction of their command unit, Russian forces launched a direct assault on the Ukrainian stronghold, amassing the bulk of their remaining forces for a decisive push. However, their first wave of armored vehicles was met with an overwhelming and highly accurate barrage of Ukrainian fire. Ukrainian forces employed not only standard explosive shells, but also precision-guided munitions and other advanced types of ordnance. The most significant advantage of Ukraine's artillery was its ability to strike moving targets with pinpoint accuracy. This relentless barrage of artillery fire began to sow chaos and panic among the Russian soldiers, progressively weakening their morale and fighting spirit. As the Russian convoy continued to press forward, inching closer to Ukrainian positions, the strain on their forces mounted. The decision to advance proved catastrophic. Ukrainian drones, constantly surveilling the battlefield, revealed the folly of the Russian push. In the aftermath, burning wrecks of Russian vehicles littered the ground, a grim testament to the failure of their advance. Ukraine's defensive line remained unbroken, and not a single Russian combat vehicle managed to return from the assault. One particularly daring Russian tank attempted to break through Ukrainian defenses in a desperate solo maneuver. However, the closer it got to the Ukrainian lines, the more perilous the situation became. Unbeknownst to the crew, the area was heavily mined, and the tank was eventually destroyed by a minefield that had been meticulously placed in advance. Time and again, Russian forces failed to learn from their mistakes. Their tactics remained predictable, and the results were disastrous, leading to yet another humiliating defeat at the hands of the more adaptive and tactically superior Ukrainian forces. However, just the very next day, the Ukrainian army received critical intelligence about a group of Russian soldiers hiding in a trench system on the forested outskirts of Kharkiv. Acting swiftly, a Ukrainian unit was dispatched to approach this concealed enemy position, supported by advanced drone surveillance. With exact coordinates of the Russian troops in hand, the Ukrainian soldiers moved cautiously but confidently through the dense forest. Every step was deliberate, with weapons held firmly at the ready as they neared the trench, prepared for close combat. Once the unit reached a secure location, the commander took point, entering a small bunker to observe the situation inside the enemy camp. Using the cover of the trees and underbrush, he carefully scanned the area and confirmed the presence of Russian troops inside the trench system. Without hesitation, the order for a direct assault was given. Moving quickly and with precision, the Ukrainian soldiers stormed the trenches. Grenades were thrown into key positions, cutting off any chance for the Russian soldiers to mount a defense. The Russians, taken by surprise, had no time to react. Every move by the Ukrainians was swift, leaving the enemy disoriented and unable to fight back. As the battle raged, the Ukrainian forces appeared unstoppable. But just as they were securing the trench, a shot rang out from a well-camouflaged bunker hidden under a pile of dry branches. A lone Russian soldier, determined to make one final stand, fired his weapon. Yet his effort was futile. Before he could fire again, a Ukrainian grenade found its mark, ending the threat. The entire engagement was over in a matter of minutes, with the Russian forces completely neutralized. With the last brave Russian soldier dealt with, the Ukrainian unit regrouped, their mission complete. They left the area in high spirits, marching back as victors. This operation had been a resounding success, showcasing the unit's discipline, tactical expertise, and superior coordination. Under the sharp command of their leader, they had executed a near-perfect mission, supported by accurate intelligence and the real-time surveillance provided by their drones. Every aspect of the mission had gone according to plan, and their swift and decisive victory was a testament to the effectiveness of Ukraine's military strategy. The 47th Brigade, part of Ukraine's independent mechanized unit, identified a group of Russian soldiers sheltering inside a bunker overnight. Upon this discovery, the team decided to send them a gift: 1 kilogram of pure explosives aimed directly at their position. For this assault, the Ukrainian brigade employed drones to monitor the site and ensure precise targeting. As the drone's camera feed flickered on, a silhouette of a Russian soldier appeared on the screen. Inside the bunker, the Russians felt secure. Once the target was confirmed, an FPV, first-person view, drone carrying an explosive payload was sent hurtling towards the bunker. It flew directly into the entrance before detonating. The massive explosion caused the entire bunker to collapse, sending thick clouds of smoke billowing into the sky. As the smoke gradually cleared, all that remained were the ruins of the bunker, buried beneath the debris. The strike was quick, efficient, and devastating. A short while later, a few Russian soldiers, seemingly wounded but fortunate enough to have survived the brutal assault by the 47th Brigade, began to emerge from the rubble. Dazed and desperate, they scrambled to flee in all directions, trying to escape the next wave of drone attacks. However, the drones remained relentlessly locked onto them, tracking their every movement. Despite their frantic attempts to escape, the odds of survival were slim, as the drones continued to hover ominously above, ready to strike at any moment. The soldiers knew that with each passing second, their chances of making it out alive grew fainter. Each failed attempt by the Russians highlights their inability to adapt to Ukraine's evolving tactics, especially as Ukrainian forces effectively utilize advanced technology like drones and precision-guided weaponry. The overwhelming success of Ukrainian operations, combined with their strategic superiority, sends a powerful message, not only to Russia, but to the world, that Ukraine's military capabilities continue to grow stronger, while the Russian forces struggle to recover from their repeated and humiliating losses.